39 laps remaining then in this Japanese Grand Prix. We're on board with Jaakko Mykkänen, who is chasing down Dennis Hurl as they come up through the S's and now up towards the Dunlop corner in a couple of corners' time. These corners just keep coming at you. There's almost nothing you can do. It's completely relentless around this Suzuka circuit, and we're watching Mykkänen chase down Dennis Hurl, some of the best sim racing drivers in the world, coming through Degner's 1 and 2. Mykkänen is hooking this up very nicely. He's hitting every apex. Let's see how well he can get the nose into the hairpin. Yep, runs it along the inside of the curb just about. Fantastic driving. So there's Dennis Hurl in front of him. Mykkänen, in fact, has closed in quite substantially over the past few laps, and Hurl may have to go defensive here. He does a little bit. Mykänen's going to try and get the better run out of the corner, and in fact he's going to be right under the rear wing of Dennis Hurl as they exit onto the start-finish straight. Now 37 laps to go, rather, and we're going on board now with Dennis Hurl. He's going to defend, and Mykkänen will look to the outside. As they come down into turn 1, Hurl hangs on around the inside and holds the position. Fantastic driving. It thought Mykkänen had got past him, but no, as they come up through the S's, Mykkänen will have to find some other way of getting past Dennis Hurl. Excellent defensive driving and clean driving from both of them as they climb up through the Dunlop curve. Now on board again with Jaakko Mykkänen through the 130R, and he's got another good slipstream. Hurl again has to go defensive, and Mykänen's going to try and look around the outside like Greco did, but it's not going to work. He's going to get a slipstream down the start-finish straight, is he? Well, Hurl's got an excellent run out of the final chicane, and that's going to compromise Mykkänen, but Mykkänen is closing in. He looks to the inside. He's not close enough. Through 1 and 2, and through the S's again. You can see he's dropped back a bit there, but it's through this 130R that he really catches up and forces Hurl into defending into the chicane. Hurl's gone in very deep. This is going to be close as they exit down the start finish straight once again. Mykkänen is going to be right up behind Hurl. Hurl surely is going to have to go defensive as they come across the start finish line. There goes Dennis Hurl. Mykkänen, is he going to drive right around the outside down into turn 1? He is. He's going to try and hang on. Hurl gives him just enough room and holds the position. No, he hasn't. Mykänen's through. Mykänen's through on the inside for turn 3. Absolutely incredible racing as they come up through the S's. Now how they both managed to get through there side by side, I will never know. And now Dennis Hurl is the one who needs to attack, as we're now watching Patrick DeWitt in 15th position. Oh my word, he's got that all wrong. On the entrance to the pit lane, he's just driven into the wall. I don't know what to say there, Patrick DeWitt. Here's the slow motion replay. He got a wheel on the grass, had to correct, and just absolutely clouts the tyre barrier on the end of the pit wall. And, well, fire and a bit of a roll as well there for Patrick DeWitt. So an absolute disaster for the faster than speed driver. And that tops off what has not been a great race for DeWitt. But back at this battle at the front, Jaakko Mykkänen and Dennis Hurl. Hurl now is looking to the outside, and Hurl's going all the way around the outside at the chicane. A fantastic manoeuvre from Dennis Hurl, but it's not over yet because Mykkänen is still there. Mykkänen is still going to get a slipstream down the straight. Will Hurl go defensive this time? There he goes. Mykkänen keeps looking to the inside. Hurl gives him enough room and then switches back to the racing line and holds the position. Maybe a few too many manoeuvres across the track there from Hurl. I don't know. That's one for the race officials and directors to sort out. But Mykkänen has lost the position again. Roy Colby then. 32 laps remaining. He's out in front. Quiet race so far, and it's a pretty dominant performance from Roy Colby. And the action really is all for second place as Colby comes around the long left-hander at the spoon curve, about 4 apexes in there. And but this is where the action is really at the moment. It's Jaakko Mykkänen. He always gets a good run out of the spoon curve through 130R and down to the chicane. Will he do it again? This is the flat-out 130R corner, slightly changed in recent times, so it's not quite as scary as before, but Mykkänen is caught right up to the back of Hurl again. Hurl locks his front right as they come through the chicane, and now what will we see unfold on this start-finish straight? Will we see Hurl defend? Mykkänen look to the outside once again. It looks like it. Yep, here we go. Hurl on the inside, Mikkonen on the outside into turn 1. We're on board with Mikkonen. Where's Hurl? Is he still on the inside? Yes, he is! And Hurl loses out. Mikkonen's gone all the way around the outside at turn 1 and 2 again. So, identical to his previous manoeuvre, and Dennis Hurl will once again have to try and make a move at some other point on the circuit. This is further down the order. Bono Huis is looking up the inside of David Greco and then locking up big time and having to cut across the chicane there. I wonder if he'll let Greco back through after that as they come out of the final corner. Indeed he has, so that's good racing there from Bono Huis, or at least I think he has. They're going to be side by side into turn 1. No, Huis has let Greco back through there as they come through turns 1 and 2, but no doubt Huis won't give up that easily as they come up through the S's now. On board with Bono Huis through the Dunlop corner and into Degner 1 and 2. And, Greco's missed the first apex of Degner 1, and that's compromised him through Degner 2. And Bono Huis will get up alongside and make the move pass and get into 4th position. And that's a good opportunistic driving there from Bono Huis. Here's Dennis Hurl. He's got a great run on Mikkonen heading down into the chicane. He's going to look up the inside, but he's not late enough on the brakes. Mikkonen's a bit too late on the brakes there. This is going to give Hurl an excellent slingshot as once again these two battle down the start-finish straight. Hurl this time is the attacker, and he will surely peel to the inside. Mikkonen does. Hurl looks to the outside and can't get through. He hasn't got quite the same amount of momentum as Mikkonen has. Potentially Mikkonen running a lower wing setting to give him more straight line speed as Roy Colby comes into the pits again from the lead. With 27 laps remaining, here he comes into his pit stop. We've got about 15. We've only got 15 runners remaining in this race as Colby makes his pit stop. See where he comes out. He'll want to come out in fairly clear air as he did after his first one, and that's David Greco, and David Greco has come out just in front of Roy Colby. That's a disaster for Colby, and he's going to get held up here and potentially lose a lot of time as we go back on to this battle, which is now for the lead at the moment, and Mikkonen's gone wide and Dennis Hurl is through. Dennis Hurl is through after Mikkonen goes wide at the exit of the Degner 2. And Dennis Hurl now, will he start to pull away? As they head down towards the Spoon curve and now into the final chicane. A big lock-up from Dennis Hurl. Mikkonen doesn't look like he's giving up that easily, but he is. And into the pits comes Hurl and Jaakko Mikkonen. They're both in the pits. And Joachim Bengtsson I can see coming in as well. And the pit stops then will be crucial. Mikkonen is in his pits first. I'd imagine Hurl to still come out with a comfortable advantage over Jaakko Mikkonen as the cars go up on the jacks. Away goes Mikkonen, and away goes Hurl, and Hurl indeed does retain that position, and in fact he may have extended his lead over Mikkonen a little bit as he comes down into turn 1. Roy Colby is still stuck behind David Greco, and this is, well, he's losing a lot of time. Well, he's not all over the back of Greco, but of course with a heavier car and with the dirty air effect, Colby is not going to be going as fast as those others behind him as we go on board with Bono Huis now. He's battling Laurent Kiersmakers for 6th position. He's going to look up the inside into the 130R, and Bono Huis takes 6th place with an excellent manoeuvre. Nothing Kiersmakers could do. He's going to have a little look up the inside on the way back through, but no chance through there. And Bono Huis holds the position. Down the start-finish straight, Kiersmakers looking to get some sort of slipstream, but it's not going to work out as they come through turns 1 and 2 and head up towards the S's once again. Giuseppe Marconi through turn 1, he's run a little bit wide, he's onto the grass, and that's going to be in the wall, and upside down as well. That's got to be the end of Giuseppe Marconi's race. Ran a little bit wide in turn 1. Well, here's the replay. Oh, just straddled the curb, and nothing he could do from there. He was always going to be going into the barrier, and that is the race over for Giuseppe Marconi. Tramozlika now, battling with Tristan Bayliss for 10th and 11th. and he's going to look to the outside. Doesn't get through there. Now, will he just bide his time and try and make a move down the start-finish straight? As we've seen today, there are plenty of opportunities to overtake around this Suzuka circuit. And will he be able to get a good run here? Bayliss goes defensive and then comes back onto the racing line. That looked a bit like weaving to me. But once again, it's for the race directors to decide, and Tristan Bayliss is going to be passed into the 130R. He's going to hang on around the outside. Incredible! I don't know how he's held on to that position, and off goes Tramslika. And so he must have made a mistake, and he's going to have to catch up with Bayliss all over again.